Hi, my name is Linda, and this is Sofas Free in Japan. On January 7th, there is a traditional dish for the day. The day is called Nanakusa no Sekku, which is Festival of the Seven Herbs. And it's an old tradition taken from China in which 7 herbs are added to rice. It's actually like a rice porridge, the wet kind of watery kind of rice. And because it's the beginning of the year, it's said to be good for the stomach because people tend to eat a lot at the new year, over the holidays. So it's a very kind of light, easy on the stomach dish. And also the herbs in it represent the youngness and the freshness of spring that's coming. And of course, because it's a tradition, it represents longevity and warding off evil, things like that. I'm not sure how many people participate in this or make this dish on the day. However, at the supermarket, they do sell the 7 herbs and they're packaged like this. You can get a dry version too at some places. And right here, you can see this says the Nana, which means 7. This one here. And then Kusa, which is the herbs. I bought this one around 1 o'clock on the 7th, and it was marked half price. This means half price. So it's just for the special dish. Like I don't see this at other times of the year at the supermarket. There is a festival in the fall too, but for some reason I've heard more about this one, the Nanakusa no Hi. Now on the package too, this one, it has the it says what the herbs are inside, and I don't know what these things are, to be honest. Okay, the only one I know is, of course, this is the daikon here, the long one, and the small one over here is a turnip. And again, they're small because they're like babies. They're the fresh new ones for the fresh new spring. So I looked them up and I still don't know them, even though I have the English words. But one of them, I'll just read them, okay? Water dropwort, which is also sometimes listed as Japanese parsley, or in Japanese, seri. Shepherd's purse, nazuna. Cudweed, gogyo. Chickweed, hakobera. Nipplewort, hotokenoza, and then the turnip, which is kabu, but the old traditional word is suzuna, and the daikon radish, which the old traditional word is suzushido. Yeah, and on this there, it does say that here in the little print. Instead of daikon, it has the old word. So I'm going to try this. It's the first time I've ever done it. As I said, it's made with rice, with white rice, and it's called okayu, which is like rice porridge. It's a watery rice, which I actually don't like. So I think I might just make my own style and make regular rice and put the herbs in it and see how it comes out. I'm using this rice here. Let me show you. This was a 5-kilo bag of rice when I got it. And to be honest, I've had it for a couple of years, even though over here, this kanji says new rice, shimme. The reason is I don't eat white rice that often. I prefer brown rice because brown rice fills me up quickly. Whereas white rice, it's delicious and I can just eat a lot more of it than I would eat of the brown rice. And I suppose that's because it is processed. It's the first step of processing food. It's taking off the outside of the rice plant. And, anytime you process food, it gets easier to overeat on. But it is allowed on the plan that I'm following. There's no problem with white rice. It's just I prefer brown rice for my regular meals. And as I said, I don't really like the wet kind of rice, the porridge. In Japan, the Okayu is used a lot like when people get sick. It's very easy on the stomach to have that watery rice, or it's kind of like a comfort food for some people. Okay, so I'm going to make the rice. I do have a rice cooker, but it's teeny, it's too small. So I'm going to use a pan, the saucepan here, which I got. And I already got the rice in here and I'm rinsing it. That's kind of hard to see. I got the water in there. But I wanted to show this. This is one of my favorite things that I have. It's to mix the rice. So you mix it. And then you can drain it easily when you make rice like this in a pan. I can't do it here because I'm not at the sink, but it goes here and you tip it over and the water comes out. And I just love it because it makes it so easy to clean the rice. I have no idea what this is called. It must have a name. Rice cleaner, rice drainer. I have no idea, but it's like my most favorite kitchen item. It's the best thing I ever bought for the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to go put the rice on. Okay, so the rice is pretty much clean. One more. I'll show you like this. See how wonderful that is? I don't measure, I just estimate. I put, water in because I'm so used to making rice. I just put in the water. And I do like rice a little bit harder than some people might. Like I said, I don't like soft rice. So I'm gonna go here, put on my burner, turn the gas on. Okay, what I do is I leave it, I just turn it on high and I boil it. And then once it starts boiling, I am going to put a lid on it, a cover, and just let it cook turn the heat off and let it cook the rest of the way. All right, so once that's done, I'll put the herbs in it. So now I'm going to go to the herbs and cut up the herbs. While the rice is cooking, I'm just going to open this up and rinse them. It does smell kind of herby. So it smells kind of earthy. I'm just going to rinse them off. Daikon. And again, I don't know what's what. It's just all for fun. And it looks like there's a little bit of root there, so I'm gonna have to cut that off after I rinse these, clean them all up. Now, the reason I'm using the saucepan too instead of the rice cooker is, as I said, my rice cooker is very small, and I'm just going to throw this whole thing of herbs in there, in the rice, in the pot after the rice has cooked. Okay, so there they are. Those are the seven herbs. Okay, I'm not sure if that came out. Here's the herbs. I just rinsed them. So now I'm going to cut them. That's what came out of the package. So I said there are some roots on some of it. So I'm going to have to cut those off and clean them up. And then, as I said, the reason I'm using the saucepan to cook the rice is because I'm just going to add these all into the rice. And my rice cooker is too small for that. Okay, the rice is cooked perfectly, as usual. And I chopped up the herbs here. And I decided just to put a little bit in here. Just because I don't know what the taste will be. And if I don't like it, I will use the rice for something else. I imagine it's going to be a little bit bitter because that's the way the herbs smell. But that's it. That's the Nanakusa. Kusa, Nanakusa, for the Festival of the Seven Herbs. Let's see, I hope it tastes good. Okay, so there it is. And I did just take a bite. It's, pretty mild. There's not a whole lot of flavor to it, which makes sense. And I suppose if it were the rice gruel with the water in it, it would be even much more, what's the word? Easy to eat, easy on the stomach. And that's what they said it's intended for after the indulgence of the New Year's food and well, nowadays, the end of the year is a big indulgence time for a lot of people, as well as the start of the year. Okay, so that's it. Thanks.